Welcome to my video series on problem solving. In this video, I am going to explain the most powerful tool of problem identification, and that is called observation techniques. So various techniques are used so that you can observe what is currently happening and then try to identify the problem. This will help you in try to identify the problem, and we will be able to identify the root cause also. So I am Sudhir Mahale. I am a problem solving coach. So I am doing this to help a working professional to develop problem solving skills. So let us proceed for this. So this is the most powerful technique of problem identification, and in short, it is the it's not just observing or just seeing or something or viewing something, but it is gathering the purpose of this is purposefully doing the observation, that is gathering information by viewing and understanding what the people are doing, or it is running operation or running event, something that is the people doing their work, what steps they are following, what process they are following, what manual entries they are doing, what is that everything is neatly or minutely observed and recorded. That is observation techniques. So the purpose of this is to many times it is done with compare with best practices, what we are doing and what it should be. That is the purpose, or it is the insight into pain points, obstacle, whatever people are down the line they are doing and problems they are facing. That you can get an insight while doing this observation, or we have to do the find the clues to create value during the operation, and we have to lead the root cause. Many times I have seen greatest example is the assembly line of our vehicles, and earlier it was process followed was keeping the problem assemble like an aircraft assembly. You prepare, take a table, would go on adding material on that, and then assembled, and it goes to paint shop. Now it has changed. So that is the we have to create the value. So what operations we are doing, that recorded, and then process streamline, process completely changed to single piece floor. That means assembly is moving and operators are adding parts as it is moving. So that is single piece floor. So that increases the plant capacity tremendously. So this leads to also can be find out root cause also. Well, there are two types of mainly observation techniques. One is informal and non-scheduled. That is, you just go and suddenly some problem comes and then you start observing and recording whatever thing. Or someone say request that, see, I am doing this thing, but I find it is some cumbersome. So why don't you observe my process and suggest me something? That is informal request also can come. And also it can be pre-scheduled also. New project is going on, and then you are pre-scheduling this observation. So it is there are again rescheduled. There are three types. That is active observations, passive observation, and participatory observation. So what is the active observation? That is while doing the performance, the event, the performer or operator explains the features as they perform the process. Why is doing that? It's a sort of a conversation sets up and performer and observer, and that talking is going on, and recording is also going on. So that helps in understanding the challenges, and we can compare what actually is happening and what is expected performance. That problem we can identify, and we can identify zero value added tasks. Unnecessary something is happening, that you can identify and eliminate. So, and understanding the logic of doing things. Why is doing that? We may find it in non-value added, but there has to be some logic, and that operator as we operation going on, that person explains why he's doing that. And but if you see the total time, then time will be more because operator is also engaged in conversation. So that it cannot be used for setting the time standard for that particular activity. And sometimes operator is non-cooperative, so he is maybe misleading the operator, or he is under pressure and he is doing something else than what is doing something differently than what is associated. These are the one of the drawback of the active observation. Other thing is passive operation, means observer is not talking to the performer. He just observing. It can be video recording also, and it can be done, and notes taking also can be done simultaneously. And it is particularly used for short cycle time for very fast operations, like say electronic assembly or something like that, and that where the timing is critical. So there is no conversation, but it is operation is run naturally, but one of the drawback is that there is a delayed insight. Means you have to finally observe the operation, study it again your record, and then, if possible, contact the person and then ask him why he has done like that. Maybe he has done that, or he or she had done that only on that day, but not be doing in every day. So that operator cannot recall also that having done that thing. So that type of problem do come. Participatory observation is something like that. The observer also is participate in the process. So there is a team of people, someone are operating. Let's say surgery is being performed, and observer is also participating in the process how the surgeon is operating, so that his table layout and all everything can be done. So that type of study is done on participatory observation. Say farm operation is there. So if operator has to operate the farm machinery, and it is very cumbersome process, and every time the operator has to keep on adjusting some leverage and everything. So that you have to first hand you have to take the field. So that also is important for the participatory observations. And that if you do that, then you get deeper insight in the problem, and you can find the obstacle or find the opportunity for improvement. And also it increases the credibility of the observation. And we suppose if you should say that this I have observed, and then on I found, that is more credible than someone I have observed something, someone else doing it, and then I have observed this. So there are differences are there, and that credibility issues also sometimes comes up. That can be resolved by participatory observation. So we have seen that observation techniques are most powerful techniques for identifying the problem, and it is done by observing the running process. And this type of observation technique is selected as per the nature of the project, and it is a great technique for identifying problems and finding opportunities for value creation. So please do use this uh, observation techniques wherever you come across any such project, and please follow and give me feedback, or if you have done immediately that okay, you have observed this, and then you are using this technique, you have solved some problem, that you can write it on my comment. And so thank you very much for joining me on this important discussion. Thanks a lot.